Yeah, hey everybody, this is Ian from Mindful Marketplace, and today I'm going to give you a really quick little inside view on some changes that I'm playing with to test a new membership on Gumroad.com. So, for those of you who don't know, Gumroad is a e-commerce digital storefront platform that allows pretty much anybody to really quickly and easily start selling products, programs, content, courses, and membership content in a very affordable way. It's actually 100% free to start. They do have paid tiers, but you can literally start a Gumroad store and do quite well without investing a dollar up front. So I'm going to show you how we're testing anyway, moving this particular membership, which I just launched in the last month or so from Podia to Gumroad. And I'm going to tell you why as well. So Gumroad just recently upgraded their entire membership module, and it's there's a lot I really like about Gumroad. There's some stuff I don't love also about Gumroad, but it seems like the things I don't love, they're really kind of checking each box one by one as the company grows, and they're certainly growing very, very quickly. So here is a brand new membership I set up today. Essentially taking this content here, which, as you can see, is a free membership, and it's got pretty good engagement in the last month or so. I mean, this is all organic traffic, so it's free. I'm not spending any money on lead acquisition, and we're essentially just building out this whole community for kind of mindfulness oriented professionals, people who think of themselves as, in quotes, healers or spiritual teachers, or aspire to write books in the helping, healing, and personal growth spaces. And I'm giving away a lot of free content in the hopes that some of these folks will want to work with our studio, our agency, as a consequence of liking us, liking our content, liking our community, and essentially wanting to know how they can do this sort of work for themselves. So what I'm finding thus far is the engagement on Podia, and I'll show you the page, is actually really good, like in terms of signups and getting people interested in joining our community, right? So here's the landing page. My internet is always feels so damn slow, and I've tweaked and optimized and played with the various, pieces of the modules on the landing page for a while, and it's converting pretty well. But what it's not doing is I'm not keeping people's interest. Like, I'm finding that the Podia mechanism for delivering this sort of content is not ideal for my style, right? So here I have this landing page that, again, have different videos, audios, all this different sort of stuff. And then this is the way that Podia delivers the actual membership piece, right? So by dint of these recent posts, so as you can see, here's a manifesto that I wrote. Here's our mission. You can see the likes and the comments. Mindfulness in times of crisis, in love with the world, right? This was the announcement of the program. And then, different stuff, and you can continue to scroll, and you'll read more and more content just like this. It's not sticking. Like, people are not, they're just not engaged, even though I can see they like the content. And I think it has something to do with the way that Podia presents membership oriented content. Now, Gumroad does it completely differently. So, one, the landing page is completely different, right? So you just saw one landing page, and Gumroad actually looks better on mobile, but it allows me to create these tiers, right, which you can see here. On the landing page itself, I can share YouTube videos, which I haven't yet done today on this particular page, but I'm going to. And you can't do that on Podia, which is really a challenge for someone like me who's got a shitload of YouTube videos and audio files and things like that I've turned into videos that are on YouTube and those sorts of platforms. I can't share those on my Podia landing page. At least I don't think so. Whereas Gumroad has a much better editor that allows you to simply, or let me just say it this way, a much more simplified editor that does allow you to share that sort of media both at the top of the page, so that the landing page itself can feature a YouTube video in the hero section, which is really great for a lot of things. I mean, it's actually really good insofar as it allows you to drive up the views on videos, which end up ranking it more highly in the algorithms, and other people are getting exposed to your videos by dint of, if you send a lot of traffic at a page like this and half of the people click on that video to play it, a significant percentage of new people will see your video on YouTube simply because YouTube's algorithms seem to favor, videos that are being watched often, right? So that's just a secondary benefit that Podia doesn't offer. But what I really like is the ability to upsell and explain content tiers in a very aesthetically pleasing and logical way. So you'll see here, I can give away the same content that I was giving away here, right? It's free, and I can do that here, but I can also add a second tier, which is private community access, which for $20 a month, these people can now select this right away, right? Saying they want to actually join our private community in addition to the Gumroad content. The private community is being delivered on Circle, and essentially that allows me to say, hey, if you want to be part of the group, right, it's $20 a month, and you'll get all this 52 weeks of content, but in addition, you can discuss it in a private forum and interact with other teachers, trainers, students, peers, and spiritual seekers on the path, which is what these people are interested in, right? And the last tier is what I'm calling the enlightened entrepreneur, and this is where I'm going to be offering these folks the ability to have a listing on our platform where we can send them clients, right? They can write books, teach courses, learn how to build a personal brand around your gifts, etc., etc. All of that you can do on any platform, obviously, but I just like the way Podia actually sets this up, and and sort of allows people to visually self-select, content that feels most or the tier that feels most relevant to their needs. Now, with the full understanding, by the way, that the vast majority of people are going to go for free. But then, I have the ability to, to create these workflows, which I'm going to show you in another video. But you can essentially create automation triggers that are really cleanly delineated in the Gumroad backend. So you actually can create a workflow, and then, when someone buys this, they can then get all these automated sequences that sell them on joining the higher tiers. You can do that also on Podia. But and it may turn out that this experiment is no different, that Podia is equally as or that Gumroad is not engaging these people any better than the Podia store or the Podia membership is now. And again, when I say not engaging them, people are certainly engaged enough. I mean, getting a lot of likes, comments, and all that good stuff, but I'm not getting stickiness. Like, people are not kind of, doing the commerce oriented actions that I need to succeed, right? And that's a problem if it doesn't happen. All right, so because I can't just give everything away, forever. The other thing that I really, really like about how Podia handles all of this stuff back here, or I'm sorry, Gumroad, I'm just getting confused at this point. It's been a long day. Is you can just continue to add tiers, and it's a live editor here on the right. So if I wanted to add another tier, and each tier, by the way, can have its own files. So, for every membership that you create, and I think you can only create one membership, master membership on Podia, where the other thing that really Gumroad does really well is they allow you multiple, if not unlimited memberships. So I can have a membership for just my entrepreneurial community who are not interested in, this spiritual growth space, and I can have an entrepreneurial community for these folks that's separated from, the people who are not interested in that. But you can continue to add tiers, and you'll see that this will update on the right. I'm going to say this is $500 a month because this is actually a service that we're offering. I probably won't deliver it this way, but I'm just trying to show you. Let's see if I save those changes. You should see that new tier show up below. And there it is. $500 a month, collect, connect, and convert, done for you service. And again, this probably wouldn't be something that's going to convert at all on this landing page without folks knowing more about that program, me, our community, et cetera, et cetera. But I could certainly sell it here, with a little bit more detail, and then sell it via the email automation once I'm segregating my community by dint of their interest or by dint of what they're opting in for. I am separating is probably the better word, or putting people into silos or buckets of interest. And there will be a small segment of people who would be interested in having us actually help them create their content, write their books, teach their courses, and do all that stuff, especially when we're going to be promoting those books, content, courses, and otherwise on our larger platform, right? So they're going to get all sorts of swag for signing up for that. Yeah, so I'm really just digging the Gumroad membership functionality. Again, this is the free tier, so I've already shared one PDF that is also shared on our Podia. There's an analog to it on our, on one of the posts. I'm not going to keep scrolling down, but it's just below in that post section. So, I can just keep adding files and updates that are purely relevant just to the tier that someone signs up for. So as you can see, the little tooltip bar that pops up here under Enlightened Entrepreneur is create a new post for members of this tier. Only they would get this email, and only they would be able to access this post. Again, Podia offers the same thing. I just like the way this is done a little bit more in the membership piece. All right. Podia is much more customizable in many other ways. It's a great platform. I recommend them without any reservations. I've used them for years. And Gumroad I have a little bit less experience with, although I've also had a Gumroad account for years and have worked with other folks who've done quite well on Gumroad. As a matter of fact, people who've done far better than I. So there you have it, a little bit of a peek at Gumroad's new membership functionality. And when you're creating products, all you have to do is there's three choices: create a product that goes for a product for sale now, a product that is future dated for release at another time in the future, and then create a membership or subscription product, which is what I chose for this. All right, so there you have it. Hope this has been a little bit helpful. Anyway, I'm obviously doing this in an extemporaneous way, which can be sometimes a little jagged in points. But I'm kind of learning this platform again, at least the membership piece of it, on the fly. So maybe it's appropriate that I share this on the fly as well. Okie doke. Thank you so much for listening, and as always, have a wonderful day.